Hey, it's the first day of March. We go to camp in just over a month. So here's how the camp permission slip things work. They are due now. Officially, you don't have to turn them in until the morning we leave for camp. Here's how it impacts you. I am making groups now since we leave in just over like 5 weeks or something like that. So the longer you take to turn in permission slip, the longer it's going to take for me to give you your group. Because what will happen is, when you finally turn in permission slip, I look at who is number 1 on your friend list. If that group is filled, I can't put you in that group. So I go to your number 2 person. If that one's filled, I go to number 3. If you wait long enough, all 4 of your friend groups are going to be filled. So the sooner you get me permission slip, the better off you are. At some point, you just have to actually remember to go talk to big people. I have extra permission slips, or you can just print them off of my Canvas page. But you have to bring in permission slip so I can put you into. Right. Then, is that the word you're looking for? Is foreshadowing?
That's a monkey treat, right?
Hey, you can't do that. I'm a
Yeah,
I'm a
that should be a
minor.
monkey treat.
What? The fact that I love your learning?
Hey!
I still love your learning, Callan. That's illegal.
No.
It was set up.
Minor,
I got you to break the law.
Minor.
I found a big pen.
A big pen?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a big pen. That's not the same as a big pencil. 9 weeks ends next week, in roughly 9 days. And we do have 9-week assessments next week. Ours is an essay because it's English class. And so that'll be Monday. And I'll tell you guys more about it coming up on Friday.
Same.
Grammar IXLs, you only have until next Friday to redo the grammar test. If you have not redone grammar test by then, you're just going to have to accept your F because that's when the 9 weeks ends. So you still have time to fix it. If not, so be it. And that is up to you if you want to improve grade. And then again, myth quiz retake, again, that's up to you. You have until next week because then the 9 weeks ends. But if you want to redo it, I will put it in as soon as you get it done. I don't make you wait till the weekend. So as soon as you email me that you have fixed it, I go check grade, and then I put it straight on Skyward. James?
Is that 21 65%?
No, it's a 70%. So it's a C minus.
I got a 22.
Good job. So you got something higher than a 70. Like a 73? Something the number is.
Let's go.
Alright. By the end of today's class, you should be almost all the way down here. You probably will get to right
Wait,
around
where are we right
this
now?
area.
Where are we
So right now, we're still somewhere up here.
Oh.
We're going to jump through a whole bunch of those things here in a moment. And some of them sort of jumped around a wee bit. Let's go to... Alright. These 3 play a role in today's story. So we're going to remind you again. Who was Cronus' BFF? His special ability? And he's going to see the future today. Prometheus' twin?
Oh, really dumb.
He's going to be dumb today. And then the third one?
Very strong.
There you go. He plays a role today. And then we're also going to talk about the humans playing a role. Who made the humans?
No,
Prometheus. What 2 ingredients did he use?
Water.
Water.
Because if you mix mud and water, you just get really soupy mud. So it's going to be dirt and water. And what gender were they? There you go. And they could not make new humans because they were all guys. So whenever they ran low, Prometheus would just make more humans and throw them down. And they'd be like, oh, a new person, and they would run around. So that's why they just sort of ran around. They didn't really age. They were just humans running around doing human things. Then, what was our only season?
Summer. They so happy.
And then we got to, what was Cronus' biggest fear?
Getting
Overthrown.
I thought it was.
He eats a lot of baby.
5 babies.
It was spring break. What, does summer break work for you better?
No.
Summer.
No, you just said
Alright, bro.
spring.
It's not that
spring
deep.
break.
It's not that deep.
So, with the babies that Cronus is trying to get rid of, what's the problem with throwing it into the pit?
Mother Earth would get them out.
And that's going to play a role today too. All of these things I've been making hints towards come together in today's story. So what does he do with the babies instead?
Nom nom nom.
How many babies does he nom nom?
5.
Nicely done. And technically he tries to nom nom a 6th one.
But it's a
Rock.
rock.
It's a rock. 2,
up.
Five. 6.
Oh,
Rock.
yeah.
And we got that one. And then, did we get to him, Zeus growing up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. He has a
We
girlfriend.
got to where he found out that he had brother and sister.
Did we get to him trying to free them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got
He was
to
like, he was like planning it, like he didn't.
Oh yeah, he was trying to, yeah, and his girlfriend was like, it's gonna slice the baby.
Perfect. Nicely done, Drinky. All right, so that is where we got to. The fact that he was going to do the big cutty across the stomach, and then girlfriend was like, no, because you're going to end up cutting your brothers and sisters. So they talk back and forth, and she says, well, instead of doing big cutty thing, if they're in tum-tum, and you want things in stomach to come out, there you go.
Pregnant.
Copycat.
So here is where she helps him come up with a pukey potion. And she goes, what you're going to do
I knew it.
is take pukey potion and then go up to him, get him to drink pukey potion, and when he throws up, that'll free your brothers and sisters. He's like, genius. And she goes, I know. So he puts on a costume, like a little fake wig and mustache, and he goes up to Mount Olympus and knocks on front door. Cronus comes to open, and he's like, yeah, who are you? Zeus says, my name is Zeus Sparelda. I'm the god of pigeons. And he's like, I didn't know we had a god of pigeons. Zeus goes, I'm new. Cronus goes, oh, okay, well, come on in. I'm just watching football. And so Zeus comes in to hang out for a little bit, and he's like, who's playing right now? He goes, oh, it's my favorite team, the Titans. And so they're sitting there watching football together for a little bit, and Zeus is trying to figure out how to get Cronus to drink the poison, and he's like, oh, I have it. He goes, hey, buddy, any chance you have something to drink around here that I can go get? He goes, yeah, not a problem. He's like, I have a fridge back over there. It's full of my favorite drink. Just grab me one, too. So Zeus goes, oh, yeah, what's your favorite drink? He goes, oh, Mountain Dew. And so he goes back there. Non-stop. It hurts. It hurts on the inside. He goes back, grabs 2 Mountain Dews, pours them into glasses, and then brings the glasses out. Oh, before he brings the glass out, puts a little pukey potion, like, glub, 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 and pours a little pukey potion in there, and then takes it out to where Cronus is, like, hey, buddy, here's to the Titans having a winning season. Not really, good joke. And he hands him the drink, and they go, clinky, clinky, and then he goes like, drink up, glub, 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 glub. And as soon as Cronus drinks it, he's like, oh, my tummy, he's like, I think my Mountain Dew went, and he starts throwing up. And he throws up right in front of Zeus, who jumps back. He's like, yee! And he starts throwing up babies. Blah, 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 blah. And babies start flying out onto the ground between the 2 of them. Except one of them is not a baby. It's a rock instead. And Cronus is like, I've eaten a lot of things, but I don't remember eating a rock. Zeus is like, dude, you have issues. You've eaten a rock. And they're sitting there laughing, and all of a sudden, the little babies grow up to full size. And as soon as they grow up to full size, Zeus goes, brothers and sisters, attack! And they do. And they all go running at Cronus and begin this big fight. So instead of Cronus and his children, it is now Cronus versus his children. And this becomes our big fight. Zeus goes against Cronus, and this becomes our big battle. That's going to be called Titans versus the Olympians, which is a really weird name for it. The reason being is that they're the same thing. Titans and Olympians are the same. Plus, they're both Titans. They're both technically Olympians. So it's like saying the people versus the humans. It doesn't make sense, but whatever. This is the big fight that breaks out. Cronus recruits a bunch of gods to join his side. He runs around and he was like, it's all right to eat babies. They're delicious, and dip them in barbecue sauce. If you agree, join my side. And other gods are like, I love eating babies too. And they come and join Cronus' side. Zeus is very charismatic and starts convincing others. He's like, we shouldn't eat babies. Babies have rights. No baby eating. And other gods go, yes, we shouldn't eat babies. We'll join his side. And this becomes our big war. Cronus on one side, Zeus on the other, and the battle begins. And continues. And continues. Because neither side can win. Why can neither side win?
They're immortal.
Yeah, they're all immortal. It does you no good when you run at your enemy and take your sword and go arm chop, leg chop, belly stab. Yay! Oh, he's recrowing them all again. Arm chop. Because of that, the battle just takes forever. Centuries go by of them just fighting back and forth. Till eventually, one of Cronus' friends steps up. And of these, Prometheus has been stepping back, looking into the future, letting him know how to win. But eventually, Atlas steps up and goes, hey, buddy, you're a good king and all, but you're not real good at fighting. Why don't you let me take over the battles? So Atlas becomes the general of the army, and that helps Cronus begin to win. And so Cronus slowly gets an edge with Atlas running around yelling Atlas smash and crushing things and stuff like that. Still not enough to win the war, but things are looking better. Until one day, Prometheus uses his special power, his na-na-na-na thing. And normally he went na-na-na-na-na and could see who was going to win the next battle. But this time he goes na-na-na, oh snap. And he sees that Cronus is going to lose the war. He can't see how he's going to lose, but he sees that Zeus is going to win and Cronus is going to lose. Not only does Cronus lose, but any god that's still on his side gets tortured horribly. So Prometheus goes to talk to Cronus and goes, hey, listen, I did my na-na-na thing, saw the future, and I realized that you're going to lose, and every god on your side is going to get tortured. So I have a suggestion. How about we apologize to Zeus, say baby eating is wrong, strike like a compromise, and see what happens. Cronus refuses. Says, nope, it is my right to eat babies. I refuse to back down. I am not giving in whatsoever. So Prometheus says, I'm not going to get tortured. So because of that, I'm leaving. So Prometheus leaves Cronus' side because Cronus refuses to compromise and goes over to join Zeus. But he wants to bring his brothers. So he goes to talk to Epimetheus first. He goes, hey, Epimetheus, I did my na-na-na thing, saw into the future, and we're going to lose, so I'm going to switch sides. Will you come with me? And Epimetheus goes, I like squirrels. And Prometheus goes, well, that's special. Thanks for letting me know, but will you still join me switching sides? Epimetheus goes, they have fluffy tails. And he goes, you are all kinds of special. So he picks up a stick and goes, look, Epimetheus, stick, and throws it. And Epimetheus is like, stick, and goes running after it. So he ends up bringing Epimetheus with him because he doesn't know any better. And Epimetheus stays stupid because that's what he's good at doing. He's like, I'm not going to change. He goes to talk to Atlas. He goes, hey, Atlas, bad news. Looked into the future, and you're going to lose. And bad things happen, and you get tortured worst of any of them. Will you please switch sides and join me? Atlas says, no. I can't switch sides. If I switch sides, that's going to abandon all of these people who've been following me, and I can't do that. That would be incredibly immoral. I would rather be on the losing side than switch sides and abandon my men. So he continues to be the Titan general, even though he believes he's going to lose, but he refuses to abandon all of his friends who are fighting. So Prometheus and Epimetheus go find Zeus's cave and go knock on, I think caves have doors, knocks on the front door of the cave. And Zeus comes out to answer. Prometheus goes, hey, I'm Prometheus. Used to be Cronus' like BFF, and I can see the future. No. And I did, and I saw that you're going to win and Cronus is going to lose. I would like to be on your side. Zeus goes, you can see the future. Whatever. Prove it. Prometheus goes, okay. No. Ooh, you're going to stub your toe. Zeus goes, what are you talking about? You're a genius. He goes, you're on my team. And he brings Prometheus over to his side. And then he goes, wait, who's standing behind you? He goes, oh, that's my brother. He goes, can he see the future? Prometheus goes, no, it's not so much seeing the future. Zeus goes, what can he do? Prometheus goes, this. Epimetheus, wall. He goes, and just runs into the wall. She's like, oh, that was great. Wait, will he do it again? Yeah. Epimetheus, wall. He's like, okay, and runs into it again. And Zeus is like, that guy's great. Yeah, he's on my team too. So he accepts both Prometheus and Epimetheus, and they still can't win. It got better. He counteracts all of Atlas being a good general, but neither side continues to win. And Prometheus can't figure out why. He's like, I know you're going to win. I can't figure out what has not happened to make that happen. So he goes, why don't you go talk to someone to get advice? Who do you trust the most? And Zeus trusts his grandma, and figures she can give him good advice. And who's his grandma? Gaia, Mother Earth. Problem is, this war has been going on for a long time, and Mother Earth has taken a beating because it's happening on her. So she's gotten kind of old, and sometimes when old people have issues, their brains are kind of mushy. And Mother Earth's brain has gotten a little on the mushy side. So when Zeus goes to talk to her, she's not as helpful as you might think. So he goes and talks to her. He goes, hey, Grandma, I'm trying to overthrow my dad and kill him. Do you have any good advice to help me out? Like, what can I do? She goes, oh, he who releases the beast within shall turn the tide of war. And Zeus goes, I have no idea what that means, because he had no idea what she was referring to. You guys probably do. What's she referring to? And that's the thing. Zeus did not know about them, because even though Cronus found out, he didn't tell anybody. And it was long enough ago that most people forgot they existed. Only Cronus' closest friends knew about them. His closest friend being Prometheus. And when Prometheus hears about this, he goes, I know who she's talking about. Zeus goes, who? He goes, there's these things called the elder gods that are trapped down in this pit. And Cronus, at one point, years ago, had a chance to free them and never did. So I think that's what she wants you to do. Zeus asks, well, if Cronus knows about them, why hasn't he released them? Prometheus has no idea. He's like, I never found that out. I barely even found out that they existed in the first place. Cronus had too much ale one night and told me about it, and he told me where the passageway is, but I never found out why. So Zeus decides he's the one that's going to go free them. So Prometheus tells him where the little trail is, says, go down there, there's like this giant room, there's a pit, supposedly you can free them from in there. Zeus is like, buddy, I'm on it. He goes down, he's like, oh, I'm going to free some monsters, I'm going to free some monsters. And he gets down like the giant pit is, throws open the giant doors, and he's like, my name is Zeus, and oh my, and he looks at him, he's like, oh. Wow. Okay. And he walks over the edge, and he glances down, and he's like, hi, you guys are really big and ugly. They go, blocka, 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 blocka. He's not fluent in monsterese. He goes, I'm not exactly sure what you said, but I would like to use your help to come up and overthrow and kill a bunch of gods that have kept you trapped. How would you feel about that? And they go, blocka, 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 blocka. And he's like, ooh, that sounds angry. It sounds like you want to be on my team. They go, blocka, blocka. He's like, done. We have one small issue. They go, blocka, blocka. He goes, here's my issue. Looking at you makes me want to die on the inside because you're horribly ugly. They go, blocka, blocka. He goes, I feel the same. So can we come to an agreement? At the end of the war, I don't want to have to see you anymore because looking at you makes me want to throw up. So how about this deal? You help me win the war. I let you stay free. But at the end of the war, you go to the edge of the world, find a mountain, and you just hide behind it so I never have to look at you. Deal? And they go, blocka, blocka. And they agree to it. So he throws down a rope and pulls out the big, ugly monsters. And they get to join his side. He then looks in the pit and realizes the pit's not empty. Who else does he see down there? He sees the Cyclops. He goes, what are you guys doing down there? You don't look horrifyingly ugly or anything. He's like, why are you in the pit? Cyclops go, well, apparently we have this ability to make like super powerful weapons that can kill gods, and so we got ourselves locked away. Zeus goes, you can make weapons that kill gods? Hey, would you like to come join my team? And they go, yes, we would. Do we have to hide behind a mountain too? He goes, nah, you're kind of creepy, but that's fine with me. He goes, you guys are good. So he releases the Cyclops also on the condition that they're going to help him win this big war. And things go fairly well. Problem is, when the big ugly monsters get freed, they do a great job crushing Titans. They would just pick up a mountain, walk over to where the Titans were, and then just smash them. Smash! 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 And then put the mountain back, and then Zeus would walk up and go, whoa, looks like someone got smashed with a mountain. If you were on my side, you wouldn't have a mountain smash you. Want to change sides? And all of Cronus' friends would go, ah, ah, because they were smashed. And he was like, that sounds like a yes. And they slowly, they would switch to his side. Problem is, with all of these giant monsters smashing each other, all of the humans died. And he killed off the entire first race of humans because they couldn't make more of them. Prometheus was distracted with the war. Cronus didn't really care. And so every single human is gone. The Cyclops decide to help out the three brothers because they were sexist. To help you out, if you look over here above where Mason and Callan are, to help you out, I put Cronus here, and then the 6 kids that he swallows are these 6 posters right here. Now, I know your thought is, Mr. Broviak, he only swallowed 5 in a rock. Correct, because who was the rock?
Zeus.
If you look at the picture, what's Zeus standing on? A rock. So anytime you need help, you can look up there and find Cronus, and then find the 6 posters beneath him. Those are the kids he swallowed. If you have to remember which one was a rock, you look for the one that has a rock in it, and you're like, oh, it's so helpful.
That's Pan there.
So, what's that?
That's Pan there.
Because they came in my little batch of posters, so I just put them up there. I didn't know where else to put them. Pan, the half one. So I just put them up there randomly in a spot so at least he's a picture. So the Cyclops decided to make weapons, but not for all 6 gods. Only the important gods, which are the boys. So Hades, Poseidon, and Zeus get weapons. The 3 girls get to make brownies because they were not very good. Yeah, they were really sexist. And so, I mean, all 6 of them fought, but only the boys get weapons. If that makes you mad, good. It should, because sexism is wrong. So the first one, they go to Zeus. And they go, you freed us, so we are going to give you the best weapon we can come up with. And the weapon they make for Zeus is... Lightning close. It was actually a bucket. They brought the right track.
Actually?
Of lightning bolts. Because you can't just make a lightning bolt. That's ridiculous. They made a magic bucket that was like full of electric slime, and they believed you'd like dip your hand into it, pull out this electricity, and you would fling it like boogers. And when it hit people, it would shock them. And that was how you did damage to them. I did research and tracked down, to help you remember this, a drawing of what they think the thing looked like during the time that he used. And this is a picture of Zeus's magic bucket that he had with the lightning bolts in there. I know, kind of scary. Apparently, you can buy it from CVS. That's not important.
Don't you think the bucket would be metal?
Well, no, because then you'd get shocked.
Yeah.
Can't be a conductor.
Yeah.
Actually, the handle looks metal though.
It's just, can't hear you. The next brother is Poseidon, and they make a weapon for him too. And nicely done. And they make for him the trident, which allows him to both control water and the animals in it, so you can make like giant tidal waves, or he can pick up a squid and like, whee, and just throw it at somebody, and the squid is all like, ah, and come flying at you. And, there's the picture of the trident. The more important thing was, whenever the brothers got together and had a barbecue, he could cook 3 hot dogs at one time, one on each of the little tines, and then at the end of the barbecue, he could turn it around and make it like a fire extinguisher to put out the fire. And they were like, this is the best weapon ever, and he was like, hot dogs for everyone. It was great.
Did you get research on this one too?
For the third, well, I did. I showed you. Besides, it's right there. But I do have the 3rd brother.
Wait.
Hades.
What's up?
Why is Poseidon at Virginia Beach?
What?
No, not there.
Oh.
The statue.
Oh, probably because it's connected. I don't know exactly, but probably because it's connected to water, and he was the god of oceans. Is there a statue of him at Virginia Beach?
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I'll have to look that up.
I've been there like a million times. Because my grand.
Getting good connection to him. So, are you eating flavored napkin?
No.
Yeah, she
Yes,
is.
she
She
is.
was showing me. She was like,
I was watching. She didn't have to show you. I was
It's
watching her
fun.
enjoy the
It
flavor as
tastes
it came off
good.
each one. It's not making it less weird. So, who is the third brother? Hades. And that is who we're going to pick up with tomorrow. And then we're going to have Zeus as our new king.
Does he just get exiled?
No, he does not, but a good, nice reference.
Power is
No, that was Cronus.
Look, look, look. But